My Don Heng gave up his name in Bybiter, he also gave up his E2, and now he has turned into a 4-star Don Heng, and he is right here, and he is going to be zero cycling the MOC. While he is going to be zero cycling the MOC, I am going to be talking a little bit about Ruan Mei, because I want Ruan Mei. I'm just thinking about how her res pen is going to be an increase that will be extremely beneficial to essentially every single character in the fucking game. If you look at Don Heng right here with his little glowing orb, you can see that means that he has an extra 37% res pen. Now, let's see how much damage he is going to do with that 37% res pen. Now, it's pretty obvious because his skill is fucking 137, right? Now, res pen is a completely different category in the multipliers. And I'm going to be doing the calcs, and I'll probably make a video with the calcs, specifically going over why res pen is such a good increase, and why, even though Ruan Mei is a harmony, you can't suffer from diminishing returns from having Ruan Mei with 2 other harmonies because she gives you res pen. And I'm actually thinking about what would Ruan Mei do with Don Heng 4-star, because if you do him against a wind weakness, now it says 20%, but I don't know what Ruan Mei's res pen is going to be at max level ult. I guess we'll find that out later, but once that happens, I'm curious to see that plus Don Heng versus a wind weakness is going to be, because versus a wind weakness it's already 20 plus 37, which is 57, so that's going to be very interesting. And I'm also curious to see if it is an exponential increase similar to defense shred, because that would also be something to look into. I mean, Ruan Mei is going to just be a amazing support purely for the fact that she gives that damage increase in a separate category, right? Now, Sparkle, I'm also curious, although it's probably going to be skill point related if I can guess, but I can't be 100% certain on that, and that will be supporting Don Heng, the Imbibiter version, not this 4-star version, and that is something to look forward to in the future, I suppose. Now, when it comes to this Don Heng, the 4-star version, he is going to be murdering this Guardian Shadow right now, because, I mean, Jesus. His skill does a lot more than some of my other characters, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because he's E6 or what it is, but he has a fuck ton of damage. Jesus. When it comes to the builds for Don Heng, I'm starting to think that this build specifically with Bronya, Tingyun, and Pela with the Passerby set to give the extra skill points might just be almost like a solved build, because this zero cycle took me 2 tries. Like, I just messed up once because it turns out I wasn't recording, and then the first time I recorded it just worked. So I don't really know if Don Heng is just really fucking good, or maybe my Don Heng's good, but I think it's just Bronya, Tingyun, and Pela that's good, and this Passerby set, which gives it extra skill points, is crazy good. And Tingyun isn't even E4, isn't even E6, and E6 doesn't help him. I already talked about that actually in another video, because he has an 100 energy cap, which means her 50 is just pretty much worse. But I mean, that's just Don Heng, and God, I want Ruan Mei. That's it, I guess. Anyways, adios, thanks, peace.